but is still such a popular champion these days, despite the nerfs.
So you can go, the Ivern was, of course, really popular into it, still is very popular. You can go the AP options with Liandry's into him, or you can go Conqueror style, like Xin Zhao stuff. Xin Zhao is, of course, just an example, because Fearless, he's out, but they go with the first option there, the Ivern, the most popular champion into the Skarner, which makes the Skarner's life quite annoying, and the Ivern with so many heals and shields and Daisy really creates a strong team fight for yourself. So we'll see what Jose can get done on that one. And pairing it with the Yone, I actually love putting, you know, these melee carries with it, slapping the shield on the Yone when Yone goes in, just further allows the Yone to go super deep with some of these plays and play very aggressively. And Ivern has such a quick first clear that you could get to hover around mid lane a lot on Ivern, because you just channel your camps, hover around mid lane a lot, channel some more camps, hover around mid lane a lot. So it often does pair really nicely with stuff like that.
Absolutely. It's going to be the Cassio answer here. Of course, Miasma always so annoying for champions with dash. You also can't snap back, I believe, with the Soul and Bound when you are in that Miasma, so makes it very difficult. You know, sometimes if you go forward, you are kind of committing to that and can, as a result, get burst down. But we'll see. I mean, Jose, it is a pretty big departure from kind of his classic style. He has not played it yet this year, but he does have 8 games on the pick and has done well, 6-2 overall on it. But, you know, when we talk about Jose, when we look at his stats, he's, you know, first in damage done for the team. You know, he's this big playmaker, heavy farmer. That's not really Ivern's role. Like, yes, you can farm decently well, but you really are that supportive
Get you a jungler who can do it all, Jose.
Exactly. And we'll see if he is going to be that jungler here. And pressure is on Umti. You know, you are on a playmaking champion here like the Skarner. Eyes are going to be on you. And it's 2 aggressive soul lanes that both pair really well with the Ivern. You hit the Q, they get that free dash in. You can support them on these dives and on these aggressive plays. Like you said, Camille works just as well as the Yone with that.
And it means Isurus Estral are going to have good split pushing this game. So last game, side lanes, the constant 1-3-1 was posing a problem to them at points and getting picked off. But if you have a Yone and a Camille, those are quite substantial side lanes, especially when the enemy are the ones with the Cassio and the ones trying to group.
And I'm really interested to see where Impact is going to go now, because they've banned out, you know, the Renekton. Traditionally, people are pretty unhappy to play Gnar into Camille. That can be a difficult matchup. Cassante is gone, Jace is gone. We have already 4 other top laners that have been played that are all gone as well. So does Impact try to go to a carry to match, or does he just go to, you know, another tank like a Sion or an Ornn or whatever and try to play that role for the squad?
Love this Leona ban. That thing is so dangerous with the amount of damage. These solo laners that have been locked in IE, so taking away some of that super long range engage, as well as the Alistar. Similar thinking here. The Alistar also extremely good into the Rell, of course.
Yeah, we are not seeing the Alistar ban show up on stream, but just so you guys know, we are in the client. We see that Alistar was the final ban, so I'm sure that will get changed. Liquid did not miss a ban. That was an Alistar final ban there. And it's looking like they are going to grab some engage. Won't be the Leona, won't be the Alistar, of course, but it is going to be the Nautilus, still one of those primo engage supports, and that is available. I do wonder if they're cooking up an AP bot, you know, for Snacker, because they're leaving it for last. They have double physical damage soul laners. Yes, there's some mixed, but basically double physical damage soul laners. And maybe they want to play some sort of an AP carry and try to get a winning 2v2 as a result.
Let's see. Since Ziggs was used in the first game, like that's usually the go-to, but you know, yeah,
I think Victor
you can
and
play
stuff like that can be played as well.
Brand, Victor.
Yep. There's a number that I think can fit in pretty well.
Shen.
Oh, this is exciting.
That actually, yeah. I mean, and the auto attack block is so useful as well. You know, not just the ability to go save teammates with ultimate, but the auto attack block is insanely good versus Camille and Yone as well.
Yep, and particularly with Camille, it's all about timing your parry for when he does that Q3, that true damage Q that is so much of the power in these matchups. Shen, I honestly never even think about it anymore for Impact, because I've wanted him to play this champion for like 4 years, and he just never goes towards it. So I was like, all right, well, he just obviously doesn't think it's strong, isn't going to go for it. But I think Shen has been solid for a long time. I do think it's a decent matchup into Camille. Obviously, you're going to get outscaled because of all the true damage, but if you use that little parry zone well, it is quite powerful. Also, makes it very difficult to make cross-map plays because the Shen can obviously ult in, can have that response, and they do have a good Shen delivery system here with the Rell for CoreJJ. So it's an exciting pick for me, one of my favorite champions to play top, and I'm going to be interested to see how he does on it.
Yeah, I always love it into Camille, not even just for playing versus Camille, but then whoever the Camille is going to try and ult later, then you get the ult to get in there inside the Hex. Yeah, exactly. Who's trapped with who inside here? Extra shield and extra teammate coming through, but pretty solid lineup that TL then also round out their comp with themselves. So with the added safety of the Xayah for Yeon, they have very large amounts of counter engage. Cassiopeia and Xayah both really do excel when your opponents are trying to charge into you there. So that's how they're going to want to look at these team fights versus Isurus Estral, who have shown super early on in the draft with those double melees.
APA already talking trash. Says 1 in 6 Yone, and we blind. Is that his record on it? I'm actually gonna look this up now and see if he just knows that off the rip, what his record is on it. That would actually be kind of crazy.
I mean, that's the prep the analysts are feeding into him.
Jose goes, Impact Shen, is this 2012? Yeah, he is 1 in 6, so he just had him downloaded, man. He had the stat ready to go there. Impact goes, I played in 2022. All AD, thanks. I will say, nameplates off, I would not want to be playing IE's comp into this. Like,
yeah, I mean,
Xayah is so hard to dive into. Full sending it on Cassio is an easy setup for the ult. And like you said, Shen ult there. You're all grouping up and diving in. Well, that's a free Skarner ult. That's a free Rell ult. So they're going to have to play the side lanes really well, and I think have to get picks.
And the first thing that came to mind is the auto attack block is just so insane. And then when you're playing Jhin and you're like, I got to take 10 years to reload my bullet, you block one of those bullets, that's huge value.
That's a quality bullet right there. Can't afford to have that thing get blocked.
Exactly. So we'll see how quick Mr. Old Man Impact is with his...
Wait, are we actually not going to have a lane swap? Are we going to get to watch real lanes?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell
Chat,
yeah, brother.
Chat, do we want regular lanes?
Yes, sir. We do. And, well, maybe we'll see if I spoke too soon because the Nautilus and the Jhin are walking up towards top side. They're like, no, we don't want it. But we'll see if it's going to be a double swap.
We want it.
I think they're doing the double swap. Both are like, you're swapping? Well, I'm going to swap. And they're saying, well, I know that you're going to swap, so I'm going to swap while you swap, so it's not a swap.
And I love those mind games because there aren't no deep lane swap wards. So it's all the mind game of...
We're getting Aussie lanes.
I know that you're going to do, but then you know that I know what the response is going to be.
And here's the Isurus Estral timeline. Now, these two teams combined to make a super team here. It has worked well so far in the LTA South. Look at all the championships between these two teams, coming over from the LLA, joining the LTA South as one squad here, really built to dominate. This was a super team coming in that, all the former CBLOL teams are saying, okay, well, this is the one that we really have to watch out for. Yeah. And they were right. They've been the top dog so far this year.
And they matched lanes up to the top side, so we do get the Aussie lanes. Meanwhile, let's see about Mr. Ivern and how quickly he can go pay attention towards mid. Full channeling up here, red quadrant. And to head on back down towards blue buff there. That's fully finished. So we'll end up all the way back here.
We'll see exactly how APA is going to be able to do in this matchup. This is one of the picks that, I don't think in pro play people associate with him as much, but he's always known as this really strong Cassio player from solo queue, and as well as from some of his tier 2 and collegiate days and so on. So definitely a comfort pick for him, even though it's not one that you see him play a ton in pro.
All right, so let's see. Jose uses first smite on the Gromp so he can end his route on the top side. See if he goes up towards duo or makes a pass on through towards mid, which is already warded out. And APA is going to get his first recall off.
Is it an early two?
Instantly
probably.
Right there for him too. Has enough money.
Yep, and that is always the limiting factor when you are playing Cassio is your mana. You're so heavily gated by your mana. You hit a Q, you spam with this ease, tons of damage, and you're like, oh, oops, I moved. So gets 475 gold, buys that pink and the blue, and we can see that he's going to be going in onto Core, though. Core's going to be in some trouble at the same time. Ackerman being threatened, but of course they can't commit to the play because Jose is behind him.
And Jose showing, walking in. Scryer plant as well, because Ivern clears so quickly.
Yeah, Mireu, nicely timed soul and bound there. Was trying to be anticipated by APA, but he just kind of soul and bounds over the top of it. Hasn't based yet, so just trying to get the best possible buy that he can. Impact playing pretty aggressively down here on the bottom side, but that tactical sweep gives so much sustain if you can't actually dodge it. Parry is going to be used there by Impact, as again, Mireu being pushed back, but APA needs to get this wave reset because he's the one without teleport, and he's going to want to try to just crash it and then look for another buy of his own.
Yeah, I like this control ward purchase as well, and putting that safety onto the bottom side brush for him, so you can kind of hover down there.
Ooh, this is kind of sneaky. Ackerman's going to be able to walk out of sight into that brush, and he finds a hook from Fog. That was beautifully done. The ignite should be enough. First blood going to be grabbed by Mireu as he snaps back with the soul unbound. Really clever placement of the brush from Josedeodo, and Ackerman makes the most of it.
And Jose is still active because he put that brush so long ago. He can show up on bottom side and mess around there with Impact. I mean, Jose put that brush up as he was just before he goes for the recall before, and you don't kind of expect the trailing Nautilus on through there. Huge combination play for first blood.
I want to see that replay, but from APA's point of view, would be interesting. CoreJJ has snuck around behind him, but could be tough to knock him out. There's the soul bound use, and it's going to be right into the crash down here, but they don't have the damage to knock him down. Mireu should just be able to back it up. Still a nice little bit of chip damage. It was just so clever because the Ivern brush blocks vision behind it, so he just hugs that wall. Played it out really smart, but up on the top side, there's the Jhin root out of the hook. Ackerman getting a lot of damage down on Yeon with the help of Snacker. But Yeon going to be able to survive.
The other thing adding to it is, like, because Jose put it so long ago, as we have another mid lane trade here, because he put it so long ago, you're not then still thinking that there are threats around, you know? So,
this is actually over the shoulder cam, but after he had been hooked, you can see. And a little bit of frustration definitely shown there from APA. They're going to be feeling the pressure. You lose one game, you're the only team to have dropped a game, and now all of a sudden you're saying, what if we lose the series? That is going to be weighing heavy on you on every single play that goes wrong.
Always talk about bot lane recall timers, or top lane in this case with Australian lanes, but support recall timers. So critical for those mid lane matchups. Getting money onto the Yone is a very, very scary thing early on for Team Liquid. And again, we were mentioning in Champ Select how much Ivern's going to hover mid. Guess what? It is just so beneficial. Could just come straight out of base, pop down another brush. Now you're always going to be worried about them. But looks like Umti's got plans for top side. Will be warded out, so can just take this one down. Grubs are up and ready.
Yeah, Mireu has pushed though, and he hit 6 first. APA now hitting 6. Jose looking like he wants to start this up as Ackerman's moving into the river. Umti without level 6 definitely doesn't have the same level of power, and without APA coming, it's going to be tough. So it will just be both teams kind of backing off as APA starts to push out through mid. The Grubs will leash, and it's just constant scrapping down on bot side. Pretty much dead even between Burdol and Impact thus far.
Yeah, Ivern either has to have the level lead and have Daisy, or have to have his lanes fully pushed in to be able to do Grubs. Otherwise, he just sucks at Grubs.
APA then some trouble on the top side. There's the crash down onto Ackerman. The root comes through from Yeon, and that's looking like that's going to be a kill. We'll see if he tries to even flash out. Not going to go for it. Umti looking for Snacker. Can't really find anything on him. But still a great play from the TL bot lane right when they need it. Jose trying to knock down one of these Grubs. We'll see if he can do it in time.
Ivern damage.
Ivern damage is nothing. There is the ulti coming out from APA, but now Mireu has that ulti advantage and really is starting to pressure APA after getting that first kill. Got the early Berserker Greaves and is kind of running away with it in the 1v1, it feels like, for now.
Yeah, but it's just because of the topside kill. That topside kill is everything for Team Liquid. That's going to get them all their Grub pack as well. That gets Umti to level 6. Very, very big stuff there. And you have to say, how many times are we going to say it? But Yeon and CoreJJ, that has got to be where you play around. They have really been delivering for TL.
All eggs in the Yeon basket.
Yep, definitely.
Yep, and we'll see if that's going to pay off this time. Obviously was very, very strong in the Kaisa game, but still, wasn't able to get the win there. Impact looking like he's just going to be going towards Sunfire. I was curious to see if he would go for Heartsteel. Sometimes when you're playing against multi-melees like this, you're always going to be just scrapping and stacking up that Heartsteel, but your wave clear is really poor if you don't go towards Sunfire or Titanic as first. So that's always the trade-off, and that's kind of the push and pull I always feel when I play Shen.
Yeah, definitely something you have to worry about, especially Camille as the game goes on. Meanwhile, some pings down onto the bottom side. You do have CoreJJ and Umti hovering around, looking to move in to get that control ward down. But looks like IE and Jose are moving over. No Daisy popped quite yet, though.
Yeah, and TL are hovering. They're saying, you know, do we want to go for this? But again, Mireu has push in mid.
Daisy.
That will make things a little bit difficult. Daisy's going to get popped. Core threatening on the side. He does have his flash, but no ignite. Yeon and Umti playing from that bot side. APA trying to get back with the team. There's a root there and a hook coming in. And now it's going to be Umti potentially in trouble. Throws out the ulti, but it is just on Ackerman. And Mireu goes in the back line. It's going to be flashed out by Umti. Nicely avoided by him, and the crash down comes through. Mireu's got a flash to run. He's trying to get out of there. The dragon getting very low. It's going to be a smite fight. Will this one go to Jose? It is not grabbed by Jose. Umti ganks it. And now Ackerman may have just gone in to die. Mireu trying to run again. Core looking for the chase down. Can't quite find them. But Liquid get the kill, and they get the dragon.
Some redemption from Umti this game. Flashing the Yone ult critical there, and he immediately turns around and drives Yone into the wall so they can get that extra priority on Dragon and actually secure the smite as well. Topside, a bit of trading, but that's just going to be that.
Yep. I mean, as we've learned, the more belts, the better. And Umti had 2 of them for that fight.
Certainly did.
He was strapped in.
Yeah. As he got snared, he just said, okay, fine, I will stand here. I will ult the Nautilus. And so we go frontline for frontline. Here it is. So Nautilus goes in. He gets the ult off on Nautilus. But wow, we go back to live, and Yeon and CoreJJ have whipped up some magic for us. The Yone is gone.
Yeah, Mireu missing his flash, missing his ulti from that earlier play. I'm going to guess it was just a brush play. Really kind of what makes sense is maybe he thought he could push out a wave and they were just sitting in the brush. Catch
CoreJJ
him.
classic.
Exactly. Catch him in the brush. It's easy to have that follow-up when you land that initial CC with the Rell. You get that root from the pullback there on the Xayah and really been that point of power. Unfortunately, Yeon hasn't got any of the kills, just 3 assists to his name, but still in a great spot, has the Essence Reaver already done, and because Snacker made that pit stop for the Swifties, we'll see exactly how this play happened, and yeah, it's Core in the brush. It's just kind of only way it could happen.
Yep, nicely done from him. The Q flash combination, so it can be quick and not painless. A little bit of pain delivered during it.
Yeah.
Quick and painful.
Yeah, quick and painful. Not sure if that's, well, it's still better than slow and painful.
Yeah.
It's not like my top tier choice, but it's oh, okay. Forces the flash. Yep. Nicely done there by Umti. Playing around vision, was behind him, and Core just kind of pushes him back. And now they could potentially threaten a dive with no flash onto Burdol, but he is full health. We'll see if they have the confidence to go for it.
He has ulti available too. Kind of hard because Camille ult, using ult to try and dodge some CC there makes it a little dicey tower diving. Does look like reinforcements also making their way up the river. Yep,
Snacker, Ackerman, and Jose. I just want to call them the Snackerman duo.
Do it.
There you go. It's Snackerman making their way up the river.
Sounds delicious.
It does, actually. I'm pretty hungry, I'm not going to lie. Maybe that's part of why I want to call them that.
I am also a Snackerman.
Yeah, exactly. All of us have a little Snackerman in us. As Core's going to go in for the interrupt on the hook shot. And Burdol now in trouble, no flash. And we'll see if he has any way out. Uses that Camille passive to try to stay alive. Nice tack sweep, gets a little bit of a heal, but it's just really not going to matter. He's got no way to go. He does ult in, tries to make it happen, but he can't. Yeon finally gets a kill. He's on the board. All 4 kills have involved the TL bot lane.
Yeah, Essence Reaver damage here for him. Void Grubs they're being taken currently. Jose is poking his head around like he wants to steal one.
Yep, Impact just kind of fighting it out here on that bot side with Mireu. And Jose now in the area, has the smite. Umti already used his, so he should at least be able to steal 1. We'll do that, and I think they're going to say, you know what, that's enough. You don't get 6. We'll have to seed the 5th, but still going to be feeling pretty good about it. And you can see in the picture-in-picture, it's just a scrap between Impact and that Yone.
Okay, Umti didn't have smite either, but if you lose the grub to Ivern damage, then people also laugh at you.
Kobe's got problems with it.
All right, Daisy down too, though. That's actually big. Nice $50.
4 grubs in all these games. Last game was a GP. This time it's the Daisy.
What's happening? These grubs are really funny looking.
Yeah, this is strange,
Okay, so Burdol, no flash, no ultimate though, and Yeon is very happy to get more turret plate money. Like CoreJJ in his position in the brush.
Yep, he is in his home,
ready to go.
Nice and warm and cozy over in that brush. Yep.
Unbothered,
moisturized, unbothered,
thriving
in his lane. Life is
well,
good.
He's in top lane, so I guess it's their lane.
It's his lane. He claims it. And then he's going to go in with the Shattering Strike. There's the crash down. There is the root. But a nice buffer on the hookshot should pull him out to safety. We'll see. Yeon trying to chase after. Lets the ulti rip and knocks him down. The
lane.
Feathers fly. It's his lane.
It's his lane.
Confirmed.
You were right.
Yep.
You were correct first time.
Burdol was on your side. Burdol thought it was his lane too.
I apologize, CoreJJ. That is your lane, buddy.
Like, CoreJJ can't be in this bush. It's not his lane.
Well, every time you see Yeon, you got to be like, CoreJJ's got to be here, right?
You got a CoreJJ in his pocket.
Yep. All right, tower goes down as well for the Team Liquid duo. Meanwhile, it does allow a little bit of extra information for IE, trying to at least make the most of it and know that you can get the Raptor ward down at least. Dragon will be spawning, so a little bit of benefit there. See if they can actually make use of it, though.
We've also got the information that your top laner is now typing subcap in chat, unfortunately.
Unfortunate that there, or maybe APA's typing it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
He's great at trash talking for teammates as
he
well.
He uses them as proxy, you know?
Definitely good at that.
Okay.
Smart. Burdol does have his teleport back, and Trinity 4, honestly, Trinity 4 is completed for him, so.
Yep.
It's a real teleport. He's coming in on that Raptor ward that they placed.
Oh, APA, great sidestep, though, is going to be able to be a swing and a miss. We'll see if Burdol can go over the wall. APA sectioned out. There's the hookshot in. There's the ulti. APA doesn't really have any way out. They avoid the ulti. They go back in. They knock APA down. They caught him moving out by himself, but it could be even more rewards as the Dragon is there on the table. Impact going to TP in from that top lane. Elected not to use the Shen ulti on that play. Maybe just saying, you know what, APA is dead. Let's not waste it.
Yeah, now let's see about the Dragon afterwards.
Yeah, Umti going to be potentially coming over the wall. Impact just battling out with Burdol. Umti goes in, and there's Mireu getting in onto Yeon. Yeon not going to use the ulti because he doesn't have it from the top side. There's the Nautilus all coming through. There's the Jhin shots coming through. Yeon's in some trouble. The teleport now is going to be arriving here from APA. The Dragon getting low. Impact threatening on the side. It's going to be claimed there by Jose. Mireu and Burdol push out Impact. IE get the Dragon and walk away.
The revenge of Burdol. It was a domino effect, Azael. That one ward that they got in Raptor Pit that we were talking about during the TL bottom lane success on top side when they kill him actually ends up being what he uses. Wait, CoreJJ.
CoreJJ very far out here. Does actually let the flash go, but he's not going to have any way out. Going to get chased down here by Snacker and Josedeodo. They do claim a tower down on the bot side, but that's one flash I think he's going to want back.
Yep, all right. Tower killed, but CoreJJ also killed.
Ooh, Yeon just bought an entire item, by the way, so had a lot of gold in pocket. Now already on 2 items with the quick blades. Going to be such a strong power spike there for Yeon on the Xayah. The cooldown reduction is so important with the SSV where you're just spamming out spells non-stop now. And with the, Flicker Blade, not Quick Blade, I still call it Quick Blade, but is a really strong item.
Certainly is. I mean, it's exactly what Xayah wants. Meanwhile, allowing Xayah herself to burn through this Rift Herald, no problem. But the cooldown reductions for blade callers especially. Let's see about the side lanes though, because this is one of the things. Impact has held that Shen teleport throughout the last long sequence, and in side lanes, it's still such a powerful tool here. So you can see even a Yone is like, all right, I'm not moving up on a Cassiopeia. Impact's still holding the Shen ultimate is like this big threat, this looming threat that they have still yet to fully utilize.
And I always really prefer, I play a lot of Shen, I prefer using it aggressively so much because oftentimes when you use it defensively, the other team kind of just can back off. But when you're the ones hard engaging, you can kind of guarantee that you're looking for that play. Of course, if they overcommit, using it defensively can really work out well as well. But we are 17 minutes in, 0 Shen ults used. We'll see when they can find an opportunity to do this because while he's definitely holding strong for now, he is doing well in those side lanes. Eventually, you're going to get outscaled, and Burdol is here chasing him down, hits him with attack sweep. There's the slow. Jose going to look for the root. We'll see if he can find it. Is going to connect. Daisy comes out, and Impact likely to get chased down. Pops the parry, though. Is going to flash, trying to get back to the minions and back to the tower. Burdol going forward, gets the shield there from the Ivern. Taunt backwards, didn't actually connect, unfortunately for him, and the hookshot going through. Burdol going to take another shot. Impact barely can't take him down. That missed taunt was the difference. Now APA on the side, threatening Snacker. Gonna pop the ulti. That forces the flash from Snacker. Now he's gonna let the Jhin ulti rip, trying to take down Yeon. Can't find the angle to get him. And APA battling against Mireu. Gonna be able to sidestep. Nicely done. on the Fate Sealed. Gets out alive. It's a battle across the map, but it's IE, the only ones to get a kill.
Yeah, they come out advantage. I mean, that was Rift Herald used mid by Team Liquid, but really it's Isurus Estral that are looking at the mid tower. They move up on the minion wave as Umti tries to clear it out and does enough defense here. The side lane pick, though, very successful there. You mentioned it, not getting the taunt under the tower. Burdol's able to finish off that. Huge rewards for him. So much extra money into this Camille.
Yeah, that's massive. I mean, they just kind of cut the gold lead in half. They were up above 2,000 gold. Now it's down to about 1K. You get that kill, you get the tower off the back of it. Very close to having the outplay was Impact, but just quite not enough. You can see the Rell is done now. Going to be really strong as we're going to watch this one more time.
Okay, so Burdol comes in, got his empowered Q already, and then Impact used the block now for not quite that much. Flashes over. Daisy knock up under towers, what they used for a while. Jose did take one of the tower shots. Now it's on to Burdol, though. And because that taunt did not hit, he's able to get an E off, and that E stun.
Yeah. Very, very close. I mean, you could see Impact went for the back step to try to step backwards into range, then taunt him back into the tower, pull him under the tower. Just didn't quite have the width that he was hoping for. It was a bit of a skinny taunt, and you're looking for the fat ones.
Yeah.
You don't want your taunt to go on diets.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
As much McDonald's as you want.
Feed that taunt. Build them up. Nice and healthy and strong.
Yeah.
All right.
Thick taunt.
You got that. Got to get overlapping taunts.
Exactly.
CoreJJ though, trying to flex a little bit here in mid. They are still going to push them off. Again, the Dragon is coming in 30 seconds, so what they're trying to do is get all the setup towards it.
Umti, you know, maybe some trouble here for Burdol. He does have the flash, but he just used the hook shot. He's going to get stunned against the wall. Nice use of the ulti there to avoid the Skarner ult. He flashes out. Can he actually get to safety? They can't stop the hook shot. Burdol plays it well, times the ulti perfectly with Umti's, and gets out.
Side lane priority achieved, and they're going to use that to head over to the Dragon, but teleport from Impact up top side because he has his ultimate. They're going for Otacon.
Oh, they're going to be able to kill this pretty quick. There's a blue buff on APA, and you shred these things as APA. Yeon here as well. IE doesn't even know it, or they don't think they can respond to it, but they are going to be way too late to the play. That hurts. A couple of good plays in a row, but then you give over a freebie like the Otacon. That is tough. And now there's an easy force over to Dragon if they can't find anything else. Burdol, though, pushed up here, going to be slowed down by the Rell. In comes the rest of TL. Burdol, though, able to easily hook shot back, and TL should just retreat. AP going to try to keep going forward, but at least forces out that redemption.
And again, it's the beginning of these plays for TL that set themselves up for almost like win-win situations. They took over the jungle first, and Umti's counter jungling. So either, at the very least, you're going to get a little counter jungling and you have your vision set up for the Dragon. But at the best was the scenario we saw where Burdol pushed up in the side lane, and then he's able to leave the counter jungling, go attack Burdol, get the flash, push him out, and then they get the bigger reward of that Otacon, like you're talking about, and then turn that one again into another Dragon. So now Otacon buffs on. Let's see how far TL can push with it.
Yep, CoreJJ getting a little bit of damage, but he's the crash down defensively there as Burdol holding strong now in that 1v2. The reinforcements do arrive, and he's going to be able to clear this out. TL hasn't been able to get the most out of the Otacon. The nerfs have done their work, to be fair. You know, the 15-second respawn timer plus the additional gold that's given over now means people aren't just throwing their bodies recklessly in. You have to be more measured, and it does mean a team with strong wave clear can sometimes wait it out. But let's be honest, the wave clear is very dangerous here for IE. They have 2 melee champions and a Jhin. It's not really the best to actually clear out all these waves, so we'll see if TL can push forward and try to really force the issue.
Meanwhile, Impact is pushing up, and he still has his ulti. So they've got Otacon buffs and a Shen shield that's going to come in. So there's like very, very little chance that Isurus Estral are going to take a fight or force anything there. They're just trying to focus on minion waves, clear it out, kind of bide their time during this buff and wait that out.
You can see Mireu up on the top side, takes the blue buff, takes the Gromp, and now Burdol going to be threatened, stunned out of that hook shot, now into the ulti APA. He's just held on the miasma. No way out of this one, you have to think. Going to be knocked down. Nicely set up there, nicely timed by Umti, making a key play with APA to back him up, and now they're getting the turret damage down here. Mireu is trying to come back from that top side, was threatening Yeon in mid lane, but this tower is just going down. They've got no wave clear. There's a hook forward. APA likely to go down. Does get Nautilus ulted. Burst down as well by Snacker. Umti just going to stay in, stand and fight. Does knock down the turret. He still has that Otacon GA trying to get the wave. As they push up top, they push up mid. It's a full core press right now from TL.
Yeah, they made the call. You know what? We're pushing on all 3 lanes, so we'll stand and die here with our Otacon buffs in order to get this inhibitor tower, but also it requires so many extra resources for the enemy team to even kill us at that tower that they do push on top side and mid side during that as well. Again, though, like you mentioned, the extra 200 gold now given over for those double revives, plus the flowers.
You can see double Randuin's now done. Impact and Umti completing that. They are getting very tanky. Even some armor purchased up here by APA as he's grabbed the Seekers. So going to be tough to punch through this TL topside. We do have the LDR already completed for Snacker, but I mean, Jhin is horrible at killing tanks. I mean,
that's immediately what I was going to say. Like, that Jhin is going to have a really hard time.
Yeah.
Killing this TL front line.
I mean, you could build whatever you want. You can give me a trampoline. I still can't jump higher than LeBron.
Fair enough. I'm not going to ask to even see you try. I'll believe it.
Definitely nobody wants to do that. Umti going forward here. We'll see if he can.
What is Azael's vertical, actually? When's the last time you even measured?
Last time I measured was literally high school.
Okay.
I used to have a pretty good vert in high school.
Okay.
Not bad. Not
Do you
bad.
remember what it was?
It was a little bit over 30 inches was the best.
That is good.
Yeah,
and you're already tall.
I was really into it. I could dunk.
I'm seeing it. We got to set up a team here, actually. TL, though, they're going to use the rest of the pressure to continue pushing on that top and mid lane tower. Again, Impact Shen Ultimate is available. That could be our tagline for this game as well.
Yeah, it has been true at all points. Burdol, though, going to be getting caught out by Umti, but we'll see if they can turn around because IE is coming in with extra members here. The reinforcements have arrived. But the Miasma just says no. It's so difficult to fight through that corridor, but now the hook is going to land. Nice buffer on the ulti, and in goes CoreJJ. It's a melee. Everyone stacked up and getting shredded down by Yeon and APA. TL find the fight that they want. Burdol running. It's only the 1 kill, though, at the end of the day. It was looking so good for TL, but they just couldn't chase through and finish off any more than the 1-for-1.
Yeah, let's see about the tower afterwards. Looks like IE are going to be able to stick around with Ivern Brush and defend it, and they even get a hook on Impact.
Impact's in a lot of trouble. Does pop the parry zone. Going to be able to taunt back towards CoreJJ. We see Yeon in mid lane, though, so TL now have to get out of here. You don't want to overstay your welcome and give over any easy kills. It's going to be about the setup for this next dragon, very likely. Cloud Soul, so powerful these days, and a lot of champions that can use it quite well, honestly.
So for Isurus Estral, they do get out the Impact Ultimate finally, and that thing is still a long cooldown. So before the dragon fight, that is actually kind of critical for them. Let's see if they can get some vision down. Nice little pathway here. Jose's the first one out, but can't lay down any vision himself, so just crosses on over to Baron first.
Yep, going to be able to try to get some vision in this area. The Ackerman duo out on the map here, getting some wards down. It is going to be likely a play towards Dragon for TL, though. Ackerman over the wall, Jose just making sure they have vision on that Baron. Mireu up in top side, but it's going to be TL just grouping, pushing. They're not going to deal with the 1-3-1. They're saying, you have to respond to us. We're the ones ahead on objectives. We're the ones ahead on gold. And they're not just going to give them that time to do whatever they want. Impact now will be going back to base. And he did use his first Shen ult to the fight in that previous one. So he's going to be back up towards top side. Yeon, though, solos down the dragon. And Impact still has TP. That is always the advantage. You've got that secondary global.
Yep. All right, let's see. Can they get the engage here? Because now face checking again. Umti's going to scrap a little.
Yeah, Umti's going to get hooked in. He's in trouble. Jhin all going to get popped. The teleports are coming in. Will Umti be able to survive? Trying to retreat. There's the block from Mireu. Goes in with the ulti. Doesn't have enough damage to actually finish him off. Yeon now, the target. Oh, the Jhin ult snipes him down. They do get the first kill, but Yeon's still standing strong, as is APA. And there's the route over on Mireu. He's going to flash out. And Core's turning on to Burdol. Burdol in trouble here. They can't get through to help him. Burdol's going to have to flash and hookshot over the wall to safety. But that pressure from TL is very tough to deal with. So many summoners forced there. APA is out of mana, otherwise they maybe could have looked for even more.
Yeah, Umti took so much damage really early on. Watch this on the pick, but TL almost get him out alive until Snacker bends the Jhin bullet around. Here's another look at it. So 3 members immediately dumping damage into Umti, Jhin bullets into Umti, and then even with Yone ult, he immediately snaps back because he's worried about the collapse from TL. They get the lock-in on Ackerman, and there's the 4th shot as Umti was trying to scramble away from it because he was so low, but did not sneak behind one of those teammates. And then the peel here, CoreJJ into Impact, taunt into Miasma. They were trying to get some sort of counter kill, but could not actually get it. Yeah.
I love the coach cams, man. He's like, what is going on?
He's like, come on, man.
Yeah. You want a fat taunt, but a skinny scorpion. That's what we've learned. You got to be able to dodge those bullets. As Mireu
Snacker really accurate, though.
Yes, very accurate. Nicely shot there. As Umti did try to sidestep it. You can see the QSS now finished there for Mireu. And he's building towards a, I guess, tank item next, as he's feeling he's just a little bit too squishy. But it's, it's Blade of the Rune King, it's Immortal Shield Bow, and he's got the Winged Moon Plate to go towards like Deadman's or something. I'm not really sure. We'll see. As Ackerman could be in some trouble, can be able to hook back the wall. The Jhin ulti's getting popped, and there's an interrupt on the crash down there as Mireu is in the back line. He's teleported in, but Impact is there with Yeon. And on the other side, Umti finds the ulti onto Burdol. Burdol trying to run from APA, doesn't have his flash, but does have the hook shot and has the Ivern in his back pocket. He is safe for now, but TL do have the blue buff this time around. Mana's not going to be an issue, and they're going to try to threaten around this Baron here. The lights have been turned out here for IE, and TL trying to threaten a turn here. You can see the Hex Flash is being channeled. They've got control over this mid wave, though, and TL wants to fight for it.
Yeah, they do, and they want to get on that minion wave. They immediately jump on it. A little bit of poke damage done. Burdol on the side, half health, but still looking for angles over here. Daisy goes down. Is actually a victory.
Well, there's a hook back in onto Umti, but that W shield fully absorbed the 4th shot from Jhin. That is not what you want to see.
Impact was able to use his blocker there.
Yep, Impact nicely timed. And you can see APA pushing out Mireu. Burdol on the other side is going to look for a re-engage. Umti over the wall is getting quite low here. Will they go for it? In they go. There's a hook shot. Not going to commit to the fight. Core survives, as does Umti. Very, very close, but they get out. Now IE have Prio. They're the ones moving in towards this Baron area to try to reclaim some vision and sweep out the TL wards, and they're actually just going to start it straight up on the pink ward. We see that Burdol's going back to base, but he has his teleport, so he's going to rejoin. TL do see that teleport on their own ward. They're looking to try to get in here, but they have to wait for Umti and CoreJJ. They're trying to delay. Burdol is behind them. This is dangerous for TL. APA going to go try to answer that mid wave. Impact just straight up walks in, gets vision for Yeon. Yeon going to pop the ulti, lets the feathers fly. Mireu trying to go on the side, but he can't actually find Yeon. He's got to snap back to safety of that Baron, but the Baron's not looking too safe. It's thanks for the leash potentially here. Jose still has his smite, has his flash. Core going in with the engage. The Baron is getting incredibly low. Will he be able to get in the pit? Mireu goes in, he gets in the vision, and in goes Jose, and he steals it again. Back to back to back. Don't mess with Jose at the Baron. He's going to take it from you every single time.
Josedeodo picks it up again. Thanks for the leash. Just kidding. Goes back in, gets it again. Are you kidding me? The crowd is shaking the stage right now. I can feel it. Oh my goodness, this had looked so good from the TL perspective because the Yone ult is unable to get Yeon. There's no Nautilus ult, no Yone ult, and Yone is low health, so TL are chasing them out of the pit. APA had also run Burdol off the bottom side, but then they really want to finish this Baron. They see it so low, and Jose takes his route onto Umti to go take it, and then flashes out. He hit the, look at that, spamming keyboard, that is hype. Oh my goodness, another one here. Jose does it again, hits the root collar, takes his root collar in onto Umti. Like, that's like insult added onto injury. Goes right onto your face, uses you to get into the pit, steals it, and then flashes out.
Yeah, exactly. Crosses you over, you fall, and then he uses a trampoline to dunk.
Oh, man.
That's rough for Umti. Impact, though, going to get rooted up and could be in some trouble of his own. Pops the parry zone. Burdol on the side, going to get spotted by APA, and Burdol is sectioned off from the rest of the team, but he's going to use the hookshot, try to get safety, but he can't get anywhere. CoreJJ is collapsing in, and Burdol gave over a freebie, and now Jhin out to the side. Impact could threaten to come around and try to look for him. This is Cloud Soul on the table. That was really rough from Burdol. It's a massive play from Jose, but then Burdol just gives over a freebie and allows TL to take Soul and get pushed bot where there is no tower to defend the inhibitor.
Exactly, exposed inhibitor here, so they run straight for it, take that blue buff on the way. This stage in the game, that thing goes to everybody. All right, Ivern brush her up. The defenses are here, but honestly, with Burdol being down, you can't overcommit to this. It's just one inhibitor. Don't risk too much.
Yeah, still, that Baron's still so massive because their wave clear is terrible. So if you have to face that Baron buff, it's probably just GG. TL staying around though, want to try to see if they can threaten for more. Impact is pushing in the wave mid, so they're trying to buy time for that core. Looking to threaten here onto Ackerman. Are they going to be able to knock down the Nautilus? There's the crash down, gets interrupted. There's Yeon though, getting ulted as well by the Nautilus. Mireu trying to come in from the side, going to have to snap back as Burdol does respawn, but they lose the Nautilus. This tower going down. Impact barely doesn't catch Snacker there with the taunt. He's taking a lot of damage. There's the flash forward. There's the petrifying gaze from APA. He locks him in place and shuts down Snacker, and that could just be what TL needs to put the finishing touches on this one. They're going for the base. Mireu's got to make it happen. He goes for the soul inbound. He can't actually get him. He gets locked down by the miasma. Yeon has gone godlike, and you can say that again. This man will not lose. 8-0-4 on the Yeon. He is killing it here in the LTA South, and Team Liquid are going to put the finishing touches on this series. It was a battle back and forth between the two teams, but at the end of the day, it's Team Liquid taking down Isurus Estral, and it's the LTA North going back to back to back to back and winning 4 straight series as they conquer the South.
This one was a battle. Jose pulling out the heroics yet again, but not enough in game number 3 here, and TL will reign victorious.
Was by far the closest series. This one really was anyone's, and you can see just how good of a team Isurus Estral is. They really pushed Liquid to the brink. They had their opportunities, but some big plays when it mattered most, and some incredibly consistent play from the TL bot lane, I think really being the difference maker in this one. Yeon rarely stepped a foot wrong in this entire series. He was pretty much as close to perfect as he can get.
Definitely a good job from them. They will be moving forward, and we shall see about the rest of the tournament next weekend. Definitely going to be a fun one as we close in. All of the North representatives now sizing each other up. Everybody knows each other quite well, so we get to see some of those matchups.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. And it does mean all our matchups will be set now. It is going to be an all-northern affair here in Sao Paulo next weekend, where we will have those 2 semifinal matchups on Saturday, and then of course on Sunday we will have the best of 5 Fearless Finals. That is going to be so much fun.
I gotta say though, there are going to be some long-lasting effects of this series. If you get 2 Barons stolen from you like that, there might be some more hesitation around Barons.
Yep, we're joining Lau and APA on stage for an interview.
Pergunta tem que ser se você esperava que jogar contra Isurus Estral fosse ser tão difícil como foi.
Did you expect the Isurus Estral to be such hard opponent today? What do you think about them?
I didn't expect it to be easy. I expected it as a 2-0 still, but I knew they were still good players and good teams after watching their games.
Ele falou que ele esperava que fosse ser mais fácil, que fosse ser 2-0, sobretudo depois de ver o jogo deles em stage.
Bom, durante a semana você comentou nas gravações aqui que você sempre gosta de jogar com bastante barulho. Hoje foi um dia que teve bastante barulho aqui e principalmente torcendo para você. Eu queria saber se você esperava ter tanta gente torcendo por vocês assim.
In a preview recording with us, you said you like to play with a noise, and today we had a lot of noise here with some fans supporting you guys. How do you feel about it? And did you expect to have some fans supporting you?
I knew there would be at least some fans here, just because Team Liquid has a lot of esports here. But honestly, just the Brazilian crowd here today was amazing, even when they're cheering against us.
Ele falou que a Team Liquid tem uma base de fãs muito grande aqui em esportes em geral, mas que os fãs brasileiros são incríveis.
Vou fazer mais uma, tá? O próximo confronto de vocês vai ser contra a Cloud9. Como é que tá a sua expectativa para esse jogo? É um time que vocês já se conhecem e agora vão se enfrentar na semifinal.
The next match for you guys will be facing against Cloud9. What do you think about this? Expectations for this match?
I mean, Cloud9 is just another good team. I think we have a hard tournament ahead of us, but I'm very confident we can win this entire thing.
Ele falou que a Cloud9 não é um bom time, que foi bastante difícil para Cloud9 esse torneio, então ele está bem confiante.
Bom, uma última pergunta aqui é o que você espera da semana que vem, porque vai ser todos os jogos serão da LTA Norte. Você espera que essa LTA Norte tenha apoio da torcida brasileira?
The next week, LTA will be whole LTA North. So do you expect support? The Brazilian fans will be supporting you guys?
Honestly, it'll be really fun if any of the Brazilian fans come out to the studio and just support us. I think the next match will be a banger.
Ele falou que sim, porque ele acha incrível que os fãs brasileiros venham até a arena apoiar eles e que vai ser um banger, vai ser incrível.
Uau, muito obrigado pela sua entrevista.
Obrigada.
Thank you very much. Congratulations for your eating once more. Bom, agora a gente fica esperando aí o confronto então de Cloud9